Last few questions. I think Mr. Tata was very fascinated about flying, and that is why he went all the way to bring Tata into airline industry, and finally got the Maharaja back. So something on the story of his flying and his fascination of airlines, you know.
See, let me tell you, he was very passionate about flying, just like JRD was. But the most interesting thing is that he took his friends on spin, as I said earlier. He used to take them up, scare them, bring them to the ground, almost half dead out of fright. And he did it all the time. And there was an occasion in Ithaca Airport in New York. What happened? The engine actually flamed out. The engine stopped. And everybody started getting so anxious. But Mr. Tata was unflappable. And he went to the wrong side of the airport, then landed with another aircraft called Mohawk commercial airline coming from the other side. And he landed with complete composure. So his friends keep telling, even now, those who are alive, they say that whenever we go to the airport, we just think about the small aircraft and how he saved our life. So he flew the F-16. You show him an aircraft and he becomes a boy. I mean, like many of us love to do, certain things, and that's what he was.
Okay. Just to show a picture of the book, a boy, can the camera please focus on this particular picture where he's actually looking like a boy? Is it possible? So this is a picture which actually shows the flamboyant Ratan Tata. This picture. और थोड़ा focus हो सकता है तो? Yes. So this is the flamboyant Ratan Tata. Actually, a picture which shows his modeling capabilities.
No, I don't think he's a flamboyant man. In fact, he had not even seen this photo, to be very honest. I got this from a friend of his in Nebraska, in the United States. I traveled from city to city looking for his friends, and he came. This is the only photo. In fact, Mr. Tata himself was absolutely astounded to see the. Isn't he striking? No, please show the rare photograph. Can you just focus on the. Tell me which lady in this place would not find him attractive? Anybody who doesn't, please raise hands. So that's what he is. When you go to Taj Hotel, you ask. When you walk in, they say ladies who are not even on duty would wear the dress and come to see him when he walks in, That's what it is. I mean, he can, that's the only, honestly speaking, I used to tell him, sir, I won't stand when you're standing. I said, why? I said, you make me nervous. You make me less of a man. I said, I normally don't, but in front of you, it's very difficult. Tall, hazel eyes. Hazel means it's gold melded with green, that's the kind of eyes he had, and full crop of hair, glowing complexion, tall, and speaks so well, and so polite he is. That's unbelievable. I mean, he had everything in him, almost everything. He's like unbelievable. It's wrong to say because I'm his biographer. It looked like a demigod, in terms of looks. Perhaps the handsomest industrialist this world has ever seen, according to me.
So perfect gentleman for any lady, right?
I do not know if the modern ladies like gentlemen or non-gentlemen. I don't know that. I know. But no, he is, I'll tell you something. Something very great about this man is that he's so polite that he's embarrassing. You know what I mean? He makes you feel that, not that he makes you feel very small in front of him. Whenever I used to go to his house, he said, Thomas, let me see you off near the car. I said, sir, no, not possible. Age-wise, prestige-wise. I said, no, you can't do that. Otherwise, I will have to see you back into your house, and this will have to continue endlessly, But he says, and then, what he used to do? He said, Thomas, why are you stopping me from doing what I want to do? So what do you tell that to a man? And humble man. You know what? Most of the time when we had lunch at his home, what we used to order? Very interesting. Opposite his house in Alakai, there is a dirty pizza shop, okay? Honestly, and I have a lot of photos which I can show you, but I'm not going to show you now. I mean, if I had the opportunity, I'll show you. French fries, dirty pizzas, and Coke. American style. That's what we used to have all the time. And he did not enjoy anything fancy. The only weakness he had for his cars. Not because they are huge cars, but he loved the mechanics of cars. That's the reason why he loved cars. Great man. It's unbelievable the time you spend with him, you know. See, I don't know how to explain it to you. He is such a great man. He feels, let me give you one example. In 1980s, he was put in charge of what's called the Embarissing Mills. All right? He was a rookie. He was nobody. And the Tata Group decided to wind it up. They said it's not profitable anymore. It's interesting that Mr. Tata fought. He fought against JRD, saying that you can't do it because 5,000 workers will be jobless for no fault of theirs. So he fought against JRD. Finally, he did not succeed. And you know what he did? The bonus he got from Tatas, he distributed to the officers and said, they are poor people. You are shutting down the factory for no fault of this because you're taking a commercial decision. And that's what he did. That's the kind of man he is, you know.
Yeah. So, in the last years of his life, probably he was more attracted towards his pet dogs.
Not last years, right from his childhood.
Right.
Right from his childhood. He had a fox terrier in school. Right from there is this fascination for dogs. And it continued till he died, you know. Because you understand, dogs give unconditional love and they demand unconditional love. Now, let me take questions from this audience rather than me doing a monologue.
Right. So, any questions from the audience? And please, sir.
Shoot.
Just to update the audience, Mr. Ratan Tata was unmarried, his brother is unmarried, and even his sisters are unmarried. So today, the Tata family is not at all married, you know.
The question is, why do you need to get married? What does it need to get married? There's no need to get married. Marriage is only an institution.
Yeah.
So good evening. I'm Pahuni Bharadwaj. So I had this one question.
What do you do? What do you do, madam?
I'm into US IT recruitment, and I'm also running my own firm in edtech space and content.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah, thank you very much. As I was observing, Mr. Tata's, organization for really long, because I was in grade 6 when I won this silver medal for essay writing competition by the Tata Group. And the theme was about building India, right, or transforming it. So that was really encouraging, and that helped me get into the content space as well. Mr. Tata really beautifully compiled all the components, in the Tata Group, be it the steel, motors, consumer goods, right? So as an author, what helped you compartmentalize, and organize, include with the chapter of philanthropy? So yeah, thank you.
So is that a question for me or is it a statement?
It's a question, what helped you to make that index? It's starting. How it helped you organize those components in the index?
It was tough.
Yes.
It was extremely difficult, Tatas don't give the records easily. So many interviews, but then he opened up the inner sanctum sanctorum for me. But it was a very painful, difficult journey. But it was worth the while, because at least I can tell the world what this man signifies, what he stands for. Thank you. All the best.
नमस्कार, मैं लक्ष्मीनारायण कसेरा टाटा ग्रुप के चेयरमैन जब साइरस बने तो अचानक मेरी उनसे भोपाल में मुलाकात हुई। भोपाल में मुलाकात के बाद वो मेरे संपर्क में रहे, क्योंकि साइरस और टाटा के बीच में जो भी कुछ डिफरेंसेस थे, मैंने रतन टाटा जी का स्टेटमेंट सुना, देखा था कि टाटा जी ने कहा था कि मैं कोई स्टेटमेंट नहीं देना चाहता इस बारे में, ये मेरे मरने के साथ ही जो है दफन हो जाएगा। क्या ये सही बात है?
The shareholders should be happy that the company is run ethically in a correct manner. That was the basic difference of opinion between the two of them. Press will write, Praveen Sharmaji's tribe will write everything they can. But the truth is this. This is the essence.
So any
Any other
further
further
yeah.
question?
Sir, I am Anupam Sojatia, practicing chartered accountant.
Oh,
I
okay.
would like to know what was the most surprising or lesser known aspect of Ratan Tata's personality that you discover while writing his autobiography?
You know, have you seen the Russian doll? You remove one, you see another. You remove another, you see another. It is an endless case, thing with him. His life was complex, his life was simple, his life was dramatic, his life was eventful, his life was challenging, his life was successful, his life was painful, with tragic moments. So the kaleidoscope, in the sense, 360-degree spectrum was full of drama, solace, comfort, achievements, pain. And everything was a discovery for me. Most important thing about him is that is amazing, capturing sensitivity of the man. I will give you one example. It'll be very difficult to talk to you about his life in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'll explain one point to you. Now, research takes a lot of money. So when I started this project, I told him, I gave up a very important assignment which came from the highest office in the country to represent India abroad for many years, for some years. I gave it up to do this book. There was one issue which struck me. Do I do it as an independent project or do I take it as a commissioned project? I said there is no question of me taking it as a commissioned project. I said I will not stay in a Taj hotel, which I did not. I will not take any consideration, nothing at all from him or from the group, and I kept my promise in order to maintain the dignity, integrity and objectivity of the work. Let's presume I took 5 crores, 10 crores, 20 crores, 30 crores. I could have taken anything from him. But then Mr. Khandelwal and company and chartered accountant will say, who will read this book? It's a paid job. Correct? It will be dismissed as a paid job. So Mr. Tata told me, Thomas, you spend a lot of money from your pocket. I said, sir, it just doesn't matter. Because I should have the freedom to stand up and say, I praised you not because you owe me. I praised you simply because you deserve the praise. Otherwise, if I would have stayed in a Taj hotel, I'll tell you something very interesting. They're very interesting. And then you know what I told him? I said, sir, I spent about, a good amount of money traveling all around the world. I told him one thing. I said, sir, I don't want a single pie profit from this, okay? I told him, whatever royalty comes, just do me a favor. Lend me your grandmother's name, that is Lady Navjbai Tata, and please join it with my mother's name. Let's have an organization called Lady Navjbai Tata and Mrs. Mathew Memorial College for Girls. He just got up and hugged me and said, I respect you so much. See, that's this man. So his simplicity, his affection is unfathomable. You can't fathom that man. And that's what he is, In his life, he was a model, he was an example, and he did what he preached. He was true to his word. I mean, I don't want to say because I'm his biographer, but I've seen, at the president's house, I was with Mr. Pranab Mukherjee. I met almost all the leaders in the world, starting from Obama, from, Putin, everybody, almost all heads of states, you name them, Joe Biden, everybody I've met. But this man is so magnetic. Maybe because of his simplicity, whatever may be. But heart of gold, yet very tough man. Very tough. He would not anybody trying to do mischief. I've given an instance of Fense, Dilip Fense, who was in Tata Finance. He filed criminal cases against him because he cheated the group of about 800 crores. And finally, Dilip Fenshay had to commit suicide. So, man of great principles, lived by whatever he committed to. And I said, as I've said in very superlative terms, this man has no equals in this world because he symbolizes something which is rare and cannot be found in this world. You have Elon Musk, you have all of them. They're great businessmen. He's not a businessman. He's a social leader who converts business opportunities and transforms business to serve a social need. Look at Nano. Nano's example. I've given a lot of examples, like the whale shark is an example. There are several examples. So that's what it is. I think I've taken enough questions. That's
right. So thank you, sir, bringing Mr. Ratan Tata on this book, and probably the world will remember not because he's Ratan Tata, but because he India ka Ratan hai. Jab tak hai jahan tak. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me thank you, Pravinji, for this great opportunity to come this fantastic town. There's so much to speak about him. I hope you enjoy reading the book.